If your body is screaming and the doctors don't find anything wrong, maybe it's not disease, maybe it's evolution. There is a moment in the spiritual journey that few recognize, and even fewer people talk openly about it. It's that point where you don't feel sick, but you don't feel normal either. The exams come back perfect, but you know that something deep is going on inside you. Your friends say it's stress. Your family suggests that you get more rest. But you feel in the marrow of your bones that this is different. It's as if your body is learning a new language, a language that your mind hasn't mastered yet. The sensations are real, but invisible. The symptoms are consistent, but unexplained by science. And deep down, somewhere beyond logic and reason, you know the truth. You're not breaking, you are transforming. And this transformation has clear signs, specific symptoms that mark those who have reached the final threshold of spiritual awakening. You've been feeling strange things in your body lately, things you can't explain. Your sleep seems light, but you wake up exhausted. Your heart races when you're not moving. Your hands feel heavier than usual. And no matter how hard you try to ignore it as stress or hormones, deep down something tells you that it's not normal, because it's not. These are not random issues on your system. These are rare bodily symptoms that only appear in those who have reached the final stage of awakening, the last stage of your spiritual evolution before everything changes. Not everyone gets here. Many begin the journey, but only a few reach the end, and when they arrive, the body becomes the last barrier that must be broken. His soul has already expanded. Your energy has already changed. But his body, he's now struggling to keep up. And that's exactly where the weird and unexplained symptoms begin. Let's break it down. Here are the 5 rare bodily symptoms that prove that your awakening is reaching its final, unstoppable stage. This symptom is so subtle that most people don't notice it. Your skin, the largest organ in your body, begins to feel more alive, but not in the biological sense. It begins to retain energy. You will begin to feel sensations that were previously imperceptible. The pressure of energy in the air, the frequency of people's intentions, the emotional imprint left on objects, all through your skin. At first, it may feel tingling or static. You may notice that your arms or palms suddenly warm up, especially during silence, prayer, or emotional moments. Your skin can become extraordinarily sensitive to other people's temperature, clothing, or even energy. But it goes deeper. People may recoil when you touch them, not because they're scared, but because your touch now carries charge. Your skin begins to communicate without words. Others feel calm or restless around you without knowing why, because your skin is transmitting spiritual frequency. Some report cold areas, random goosebumps without any physical cause, or a warm magnetic pull when placing their hands on certain parts of the body. This is not a medical dysfunction. It's a spiritual interface forming. As this progresses, you may notice that your skin responds before your mind. You walk into a room and you get goosebumps. You pick up an object and feel a strange sensation at your fingertips. It becomes a subtle form of psychic touch where your skin is no longer just a barrier, but an antenna. You may find that certain fabrics or environments now irritate you more easily, not because they are physically uncomfortable, but because they are energetically incompatible. You may want textures that connect you to the earth, cotton, soil, water, because your skin needs to recalibrate itself. In ancient spiritual traditions, it was believed that the skin acted as a bridge between worlds, a thin veil where the inner world meets the outer. In the final stage of awakening, your skin becomes just that, a veil that now lets light overflow. This can be beautiful and overwhelming at the same time. You may need more alone time, more rest, more intention with who and what you touch, because now the contact is no longer physical, it's energetic. Most people breathe unconsciously. But for the chosen ones approaching their final awakening, the breath becomes something else entirely. A form of sacred guidance. You're not just breathing air, you're breathing energy. You can feel your breath change out of nowhere. It can become deeper, slower, more complete without you trying. Or it can latch onto your chest during times of spiritual downloads, forcing you to pause and exhale what your body is releasing. It can feel like you're being breathed by something bigger than yourself, almost as if a presence is orchestrating your rhythm. Sometimes you wake up from sleep with a sigh, not out of fear, but because your soul has just returned from astral travel. Other times, you find yourself taking sudden deep sighs in the middle of the day, just before a big revelation or energetic shift. This is not dysfunctional. It is divine regulation. Your body no longer controls your breathing, your spirit controls, and the breath becomes a sacred channel through which wisdom, memory, and presence move. You may begin to notice that your breath mirrors the truth. Around certain people, it contracts. Near others, it opens. Your breath now becomes your spiritual compass. You may also find yourself intuitively using your breath to clear energy fields. In conversation, you take a deep breath in and a sharp exhale to break the tension. In solitude, you breathe in places on your body that seem blocked. This is not yoga. This is energy self-regulation. The breath becomes his tuning fork. You begin to understand that shallow breathing correlates with fear, that deep breathing unlocks access to intuition. You will notice that in times of truth, you breathe more easily, and in moments of falsehood, your breath catches. You begin to trust that your breath knows more than your mind. Once the breath becomes sacred, silence becomes your temple. You start talking less but living longer, because now every breath isn't just keeping you alive, it's keeping you aligned. This is perhaps one of the strangest and most mysterious symptoms. You feel as if you are vibrating inside, but nothing is visibly moving. It feels like your soul is sending shockwaves out of your core. You may be sitting still, lying in bed, or walking in nature, and suddenly your body starts humming gently. It's not painful, it's not overwhelming, but it's real. It feels like something under the skin is buzzing. Some say it's like a low current of electricity. Others describe it as a deep purr, or the sensation of subtle waves moving through the bones. Doctors will not find that. Machines can't detect that. But your soul knows exactly what it is, the realignment of the energy body. This symptom shows up in isolation because it's easier to notice when you're not bombarded with outside noise. Silence amplifies your awareness. Your energy body has been dormant for so long that when it finally restarts, your physical self doesn't quite know what to do with it. Instead of panicking, indulge in it. These inner tremors are the tremors of rebirth. You're not falling apart, you're tuning in. Many chosen ones report that these vibrations increase during lunar phases, cosmic events, or sudden shifts in consciousness. They can be accompanied by vivid dreams, downloads, or sudden insights. Over time, you can begin to recognize patterns. Certain vibrations come with specific emotions, others with visions, some with healing. It becomes a form of divine Morse code, a language that your body is slowly learning. And after they pass, you usually feel lighter, more aligned, more present. It's as if something old has come loose from your system, because it did. These are not side effects. These are signs that you are in sync with the cosmic rhythm. Your spine isn't just a pile of bones. It is the spiritual antenna of your body. And during the final awakening, it begins to pulsate with ancient memory. Each vertebra becomes a key unlocking parts of your consciousness. During the final stages of awakening, she begins to feel activated. You may feel unusual warmth or coolness along your back. You may feel tension or looseness appear in places that were once quiet. You may even hear subtle popping or movement without pain or movement. It often starts in the coccyx. A gentle pressure or vibration there may seem persistent. Then it goes up to the lower back, the upper spine, the neck, eventually the base of the skull. This is your Kundalini energy. Once dormant, now ascendant. But this time it's not racing, it is deliberate. Your spirit is intertwining through your spine segment by segment, realigning your physical axis with your energetic blueprint. This is why you can suddenly become more upright without trying, or why meditation becomes easier when sitting in an upright posture. Your spine is now acting as a tuning fork, drawing frequencies and sustaining your evolving consciousness. You can also experiment with spontaneous stretches, movements, or postures. These are your body's ways of adjusting to the updraft. You're not barely functioning, you are awakening. Some even describe a sensation of breathing through the spine, as if air or light is flowing up and down through the vertebrae. When this happens, it means that the channel is open. You may feel heat build up at the base and then shoot upwards, or a refreshing wave descend in moments of surrender. These are spiritual currents flowing freely now that the spine is open. Your spine is becoming a ladder, not to climb, but to anchor the heavens in your human form. It is at once your anchor root and your divine transmitter. Your hands have always been powerful, but in the final awakening, they become conscious. You stop using them purely for physical tasks and begin to realize that they are sacred extensions of your higher self. You may feel your hands tingling when someone lies or warming up during emotional conversations. You can reach towards someone and feel a field before touching their skin. Some people feel resistance, like an invisible layer between them and another person. In the more advanced stages, your hands may move involuntarily during meditation or prayer. This is not imagination. It is spiritual muscle memory returning. Your hands are portals. They absorb it, they emit, they translate. You may feel compelled to put them over your heart, head, or stomach when you're stressed. Not because someone taught you this, but because your energy body remembers what your mind forgot. Many healers report their hands vibrating before a client speaks, or suddenly feeling hot, cold spots in the air. These are not tricks. These are truths of your expanded consciousness. You may find that your palms feel magnetic, attracted to certain people or objects, or resisting others. You begin to realize that your hands know who and what you should connect with. This can lead you to the work of healing, transmitting energy, or silent blessings. You may find your hands hovering over people or objects for no clear reason, and yet knowing deeply that something is changing. Some even begin to see subtle light or colors between their palms and another object. Others report their hands shaking slightly before entering unfamiliar rooms. These answers are not random. They are reactions to energy. Trust that, because now you're not just using your hands, your higher self is. So many people think that spiritual awakening is about escaping the body. They associate enlightenment with leaving the physical world behind, disconnecting from human needs, floating above reality. But the final stage is the opposite. It's about finally getting into the body completely, consciously, spiritually. It's about embodying your soul so deeply that your body becomes the home it was always meant to be. These 5 rare bodily symptoms are not inconvenient, they are sacred landmarks. Every symptom, no matter how strange or inexplicable, is your soul's way of saying, I'm here now. Your body is no longer a shell for survival. It became the instrument of divine perception, healing, and purpose. This is the final portal. When your skin begins to transmit light, when your breath moves with the spirit, when your spine becomes a stairway to the divine, when your bones vibrate with memory, when your hands move with knowledge, you have entered a stage of awakening where words are no longer enough. Now you feel the truth in your fabric, you live it in your posture, you speak it through silence. This level of incorporation is irreversible. You can't go back to who you were. And why would you come back? The life you are entering may require solitude. It may challenge your comfort, but it will also bring a level of peace, power, and insight that you never thought possible. You will see others clearly. You will feel the energy before the words. You will know who you are, not just spiritually, but physically. And from this knowledge comes your new reality. You are no longer just waking up. You are now the body awakened, the breath awakened, the voice awakened. The world isn't ready for what you carry, but you are. Welcome home, chosen one. You are no longer awakening, you are awake. And now, with this knowledge, you no longer walk blindly through your transformation. You understand that every tingle in your skin, every unexpected deep breath, every subtle vibration in your body is a sign that you are in sync with something bigger. It's not crazy. It's not imagination. It is the sacred language of awakening manifesting through the only tool you have to live this human experience, your body. Some will doubt you, others will question your sanity, but you don't need external validation anymore because you now have cellular validation, every cell of your being confirming that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. The road ahead will not be easy, but it will be authentic. And for the first time in your life, you're not trying to escape your body or transcend it. You are honoring it as the sacred temple that it has always been. This is your moment, this is your truth, and no one can take that away from you.